Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff today. I'm reviewing the song Smokestack Lightnin by Howlin Wolf. This is part of my ongoing series where I'm listening to songs from albums on Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. And so the song Smokestack Lightnin', I keep hitting my mic, I'm sorry. The song Smokestack Lightnin' comes off of the album Moanin' in the Moonlight by Howlin' Wolf, and it's number 477 on this list. So about the album, Rolling Stone says that man was the natural stuff, Buddy Guy said. His fists were as big as a car tire. The wolf had the biggest roar in Chicago blues. He raved in a fierce growl, backed by explosive playing from guitar geniuses Willie Johnson and Hubert Sumlin. His 1959 debut album has some of the meanest electric blues ever heard. Cut for Chess Records, from the Erie Railroad drone Smokestack Lightnin' to the lowdown I asked for water, she gave me gasoline. So, all right, we'll get into some blues today. I say we jump right in. Again, this is Howlin' Wolf. Moanin' in the Moonlight is the album. The song, Smokestack Lightnin'. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, honestly, not bad at all. You know, definitely a little dated, bit of a product of its time, but that's to be expected. This song is from the late '50s, and but I really enjoyed it. The vocals I thought were fantastic. The instrumentation was nice and again bluesy, and really enjoyed the harmonica. I'm always a sucker for harmonica, especially blues harmonica. And it's interesting because you can see there I have Creedence Clearwater Revival album there. You can also see them recommended here. I am a big fan of Creedence Clearwater Revival, but the influence is clear. I mean, like, to me, this sounded almost exactly like a melody off of this album here. And so It's clear to see where Creedence Clearwater Revival and other acts kind of get their influence, right, from this classic blues sound. And so, hey, let's break the song down like we always do, of course, starting with the lyrics. There's a bit of an about section here for this song. It says Smokestack Lightnin by Chester Burnett, aka Howlin Wolf, was released as a single in 1956. This is a one-chord blues vamp in E minor with its traditional blues lines and train references that serve as a double entendre for a woman who keeps disappearing now and again, just like the trains that go by the front porch. Willie Dixon and Hubert Sumlin play on this recording and provide backup vocals. Cool. All right, let's look at those lyrics. Oh, smokestack lightning, so like a train, right? The smokestack and the train's fast, that kind of thing, shining just like gold. Why don't you hear me crying? Ah, woo. Whoa, tell me, baby, what's the matter with you? Why don't you hear me crying? Tell me, baby, why did you stay last night? Why don't you hear me crying? Stop your train, let a poor boy ride. Why don't you hear me crying? So this woman's on the go all the time, right, and doesn't really stop and show him any love. And he's like, hey, stop and show me some love. And when she does, he's like, okay, wait, I thought you were like, get up and go. Why'd you stop all of a sudden? Fare you well, never see you no more. Why don't you hear me crying? Who been here, baby, since I've been gone? A little bitty boy, girl, beyond. And so essentially, like that's essentially it, right? Like a train, a woman who goes from like man to man, a train goes from stop to stop. That's kind of what he's saying here. He meets this woman, she just happens to stop at his stop, and he's like, whoa, well, why'd you hang out with me, that kind of thing. And then it's like, okay, well, now she's on to the next stop, and that's when he realizes, like, okay, who'd you spend the night with last night, that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, it tells a story. I like the the metaphor. I like that kind of writing there, so give it a thumb up for lyricism. I thought it was pretty good. As far as instrumentation and vocals go, I actually really like the vocals here. It's interesting. His name's Howlin Wolf, and I feel like he was really like a Howlin Wolf, where he was like awoo awoo. I'm not gonna try to replicate his style of it, but vocally I thought the song was solid. Instrumentally, really enjoyed the guitar. Again, that kind of classic blues guitar with some harmonica built in. Love that. Drumming was good. I think it was overall a pretty good track. I give it a thumb up instrumentally and vocally. And as far as replay value goes, I've never been a huge fan of the blues. Every so often I might listen to a little bit, but plus this song is kind of old. It's kind of old, and so it is harder for me, I think, to get into music that's this old, and that is sort of just outside of what I typically listen to. I know how much blues has had an influence on, of course, rock and roll and everything, but this one, I don't know. Maybe I might put it. I don't know if it's going to make my main playlist with all my songs, but I might put it on a certain playlist. I can see myself kind of listening to this and enjoying it in a kind of a specific context, right? So yeah, replay value. Honestly, give this one a thumb up. It definitely wasn't bad. It's a little bit outside of what I typically enjoy listening to. But anyway, I enjoyed the song mostly. And if you did too, you should go listen to the music, support the artists, listen to their music however you can. I doubt they're still around just because, hey, this came out in the 50s. But, I'm sure their estate or whatever, their family appreciates the support, the memory, all that good stuff. So, yeah, go listen to the music, go support the artists. And if you enjoyed what you saw here on the channel, just, do all this normal stuff you do on YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment. You can also check the description to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.